It's West Ham's first win for 64 days in any competition. Wow, it felt like we forgot how to win a football match, but there we are. 2-1 win over QPR after extra time. We made difficult work of it. However, a good performance and a much improved performance from West Ham in the end. Yeah, good to win, good to be through to the next round, and a little bit of momentum and positivity to head in to the game against Spurs next Saturday. And boy, that was stressful at times, and QPR frustrated us and made it hard for us to, really get a clutch hold in the game, but we managed to get through in the end, and we're in the fourth round hat, which we don't typically do very often. We certainly don't get past the fourth round all too often, so that was a really positive way to sum up the weekend, really. But a bonkers game of football, really. A lot of added time added towards the end of the first half because of a rather nasty looking injury for Konstantinos Mavropanos, who went off after a lengthy delay. There was then 10 minutes of added time at the end of the first half, and I think in the 10th minute of added time, West Ham did take the lead, and on balance, probably deserved, I think. But it was good to go in with that lead at half time, because I thought we deserved it. But we then knew that it was never going to be as easy as that, was it? And they made it hard for us. Listen, it was coming, their goal. There's no doubting that. But that goal from Somerville was deserved and much needed from West Ham right at the end of that first half, because obviously Somerville had the goal disallowed on Tuesday night, a matter of millimetres, which probably would have changed the course of the game pretty significantly, really, on Tuesday. But that's been and gone. And a really smart finish from Crysencio Somerville, who I thought was absolutely excellent today and has been better in recent games, and really reached a good peak this afternoon and helped West Ham massively to get over the line. So a good finish from Somerville, 1-0 West Ham at half time, but we all knew that it was never going to be as easy as that, didn't we? A good goal, but then was it 64 minutes on the clock? It had been coming, the QPR goal, for the sort of 5 or 10 minute period prior to the goal. They were on top. They sort of camped us in. We couldn't get out, and it felt like a real matter of time before QPR levelled, and they did reach parity with just over an hour gone. It feels like such a long time ago now that happened, but 1-1 on the 65th minute, and everybody was getting that sense of, oh, here we go again. We managed to get through to the 90-minute mark, so we entered extra time, and it was feeling more and more nervy, and I could see everybody getting tired, and it was just really going to boil down to a game of who could hold their nerve for longer and who could maintain fitness for longer. And I think West Ham proved that overwhelmingly in that 30-minute extra time period. I thought we were really professional in everything that we did. We frustrated QPR. We got the goal, obviously, which was massively helpful. And I must say, huge hats off to Tati and Somerville for that winning goal. It's a brilliant bit of work from Somerville down that left-hand side. That's a little pirouette turn that he did, and then a really good and firm ball drilled into the box, and it's a brilliant header manoeuvred into the goal by Tati Castellanos, and a goal for him on just his second appearance. And I thought he was pretty decent today, Castellanos. He got himself about. Both of those players don't look like world beaters, him and Pablo. I'm not going to sit here and say they're the second coming of Messi, because they're not, but the players are going to get themselves about. They're going to hassle defenders, and their press is productive, which is good and what we need. And he's in the right place at the right time. A good header, and he, in the end, has been the difference today. But a lot of players were a lot better today, in my opinion. Well, Tati for one, Somerville definitely, and Bowen as well. I thought was much better today, and there was a real shift in tone in the programme notes that Jared Bowen delivered before the game, and he lived up to that expectation today. He was sharper, he took men on, he looked productive on the ball, and he looked dangerous, all of which he hasn't been in recent weeks. So that spark from Jared Bowen just looked like it was returning today, which is massively positive for West Ham, and it's good news with the big games coming up for sure. Mandy, hope you well. Nice to win. The worrying thing for me was that after we brought Tati on and Pablo, we had no more offensive options. How mad is that? Scott Minto said on commentary as he was reading off our bench that yes, there wasn't too many attacking outlets there for West Ham to call upon if we would have needed a goal in extra time. But we did manage to get that all important, crucial second goal, which separates the sides in the end. But yeah, a good afternoon. Our first win since November. That win against Burnley at home was our last win in any competition, just 64 long days ago. That was so. Yeah, it felt like this team was lost its way and just completely forgotten how to win. And it's good to get that reinstated today because we probably did on balance deserve to win. Yes, we made it hard for ourselves. And yes, I'm not going to go saying we're going to stay up now because we've beaten a mid-table championship side. Maybe you could argue we found our level, and maybe the likes of Bowen and Somerville have found their level. Certainly Somerville, playing against a championship side. But we've put in a good performance today. Now it means absolutely nothing if we don't go and back it up next week at Spurs. Spurs are a side that are not doing too much better than us at the moment. There's a lot of disgruntled Tottenham fans, and they're going to make their voices known at Tottenham away next week. So let's use the momentum from today. All right, they lost in the FA Cup, Spurs, albeit to, you'd think, a far superior opponent in Aston Villa last evening. But let's use it to our advantage and let's take those positive performances individual today and take it in to the game next week. And I think the biggest indication of it for me is that our players on the wing looked much more effective in Bowen and Somerville. But more than that, I'd add Wan-Bissaka to it as well because Wan-Bissaka massively helps Jarrod Bowen. Their link-up play is just really pivotal to Bowen performing well. I thought Mayers was decent, neat and tidy over on the other side, and he supported Somerville well. Then he made some changes as we entered the extra time period, which I didn't mind really. But Walker Peters and Skulls on. Two capable players in that situation. Didn't quite understand the bringing Rodriguez on, but it didn't cost us. So that's not too bad. I obviously hope Mavropanos is okay. Absolutely. Well, who starts in goal next Saturday? I think he'll stick with Areola, unless he's got an injury, which is why he was not part of the squad at all today. I think he'll go back to Areola. Hermanson didn't have anything to do. They didn't really pose a threat apart from the goal they scored at QPR. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be Areola, who will return for West Ham between the sticks next Saturday at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But as I said, we've forgotten how to win, and we reintroduced that idea today with winning against QPR, which was good and positive. Got to take those performances into next week. Got to back it up with another win and a crucial 3 points away from home in the Premier League next Saturday. That is the most important aspect coming out of this game and into the next one. Let's take the confidence and let's move it on. But yeah, put your thoughts into the comment section down below. Drop a like on the video and subscribe to West Ham Official if you are new. Put your thoughts. Your man of the match. I thought Somerville was excellent today. He gets my man of the match award. I thought he was really pivotal and basically at the forefront and centre point of everything productive that West Ham United did this afternoon. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's only QPR. It's only a mid-table championship side, but it feels significant and it feels important. And of course, then tomorrow evening we will find out who is in the fourth round. Who we will face in the fourth round. That draw will be tomorrow evening. So looking forward to seeing who we'll face in the next round of the FA Cup. But from me, come on, you irons, and I will see you soon right here on West Ham Official. A good, positive win today, and let's hope we can take it forward and reinforce it next weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.